you know, a lot of these celebrities, every single celebrity in the culture has been to Diddy's house, which means they've gone through all his phones, text messages. I can read you my text message to Diddy. What day is it airing on the show, on the network? Are you coming on the show? Diddy, what's this? It's all been business for me.
Yo, Jason Lee is naming names. Because are we going to pretend like these celebrities didn't know what was going on at Diddy's house? Like they all are absent-minded and don't know what Diddy was actually doing? They never heard anything, never seen anything? Come on, somebody got to know something. Let's go ahead and get into it as Jason names drops celebrities that he's seen at Diddy's house.
It's been business for me. I don't have nothing inappropriate to them people because I don't deal with them like that. So you mean to tell me all those late nights, what you doing, where you at? I've seen Jay-Z at his house. I've seen T.D. Jakes at his house. I've seen Chris Brown at his house. I've seen Jordan Woods at his house. I've seen Travis Scott at his house. I've seen Beyonce at his house. I've seen Tiana Taylor. I've seen them all. Now, we was all in the backyard, but I've seen them all. I've seen Usher there. I've seen DaBaby there. I've seen Justin Bieber there. I've seen... Everybody's been to a Diddy party. I've seen Lindsay Lohan, Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore, Tyrese, Amber Rose. I've seen them all have been there. Mary J. Blige. I've seen them all. But just because you go to a Diddy party doesn't mean that you were getting sprayed down with Vaseline and baby oil. Because I can tell you right now, ain't nobody ever sprayed me with nothing. And I don't even play around like that. Let me tell you about me. I am so private with my personal intimacy that I love the fact that my business is private. Anything I've ever made public, I've talked about it on my show. I've been pretty much an open book with the activities, but I try to conceal the names because I don't want people bothering them. I learned as people started getting to know me, they would go track down anybody I'm involved with and then harass them. The people I deal with are private people. They don't want their business in the streets, and we ain't spraying each other down with baby.
Now again, I don't think every celebrity that went to Diddy's house necessarily was, getting it in with the baby oil and the Vaseline. However, I can't excuse that people didn't know nothing was going on. Because first of all, the internet is very powerful. And you can't tell me that you didn't hear no inside story, no nothing going on. Like somebody had to know something. And especially the way everybody either went ghost or they staying quiet. Oh yeah, y'all definitely knew something. Jason Lee used to have the Jason Lee Show over on Revolt. So he did work on Diddy's network. However, he said his relationship was just professional. But I would like to know, what was the actual relationship between Jason Lee and Kanye? But we'll move on from that. But I do want to play this clip of where Jason Lee is talking about how the different PR teams would contact him and try to, sway him on different stories and try to reach out to him to stop certain stories from coming out. And also, when it came to brands like Ciroc and Beats by Dre, they didn't want to work with the black entrepreneurs. And he's calling them out saying like, hey, don't come to me now. This is a direct shot at Diddy.
I'm just laying here thinking how good God is. I wrote a book called God Must Have Forgotten About Me. And some of y'all thought that was a book about how God didn't have favor over me. But let me tell you something. The God that I serve has always held me down, even when it felt like I was losing. Even when it felt like I didn't have nothing. Even when it felt like the opportunity that I wanted the most wasn't in arm's reach. He always came through. Music business crumbling. Everybody running around trying to figure it out. All those cocky ass publicists who were haters, who never returned calls, all of them trying to figure it out. Those music executives that sat at the top, that thought they sat at the top of something that they did not own, now being shuffled around. like pieces on a chessboard, not knowing where they're going to get their next meal. And then Diddy, that whole empire crumbling got a lot of y'all scared because your favorite rapper was sleeping with a 15-year-old. But listen, here's the deal. Do people good. Always do people good. Not with bottles of baby oil good. I mean, like, be good to people. Be in the people business. That don't mean you got to be soft. That don't mean you can't be a hard ass. But just be good to people. Always have good intentions, because I'm going to tell you something. It's a lot of y'all getting ready to reap a lot of the shit that you sold to a lot of people. I'll never forget some of you Ciroc reps who used to be funny with the money, not want to sponsor shit because you thought you was popping because you ran around with the free bottles of Ciroc and, you know, the Beats by Dre headphones and thought y'all was cool. And y'all shitted on a lot of us black business owners. Or some of you black entrepreneurs who work at music labels who were, you know, passed around by the music execs. And I'm talking about you men passed around as sex toys, only to become executives and shit on everybody else. You know who you are. I'm not even going to talk about y'all on social media. I'm going to put it in my book, my next book. Why? Because right now, you all are reaping what you sowed. You can't be evil and take advantage of people for a long time, and because you got money and power and clout, that you think that you are more powerful than God. This industry has made some of y'all think that y'all more powerful than God. And what's happening right now? The good Lord giveth, and then he came and tooketh it all away. And I have no empathy for any of you. None of you. And unless you're a black owner, unless you're a black or brown business owner in this industry, good luck, baby. Because if you burnt bridges, thought you was all that, and they don't own nothing, you in trouble, girl. Those of you that don't believe that this is possible, the Bible also says warning comes before destruction. Let this be your warning, baby. Because literally, this word just came over me as I was laying here on my couch, thinking about what some of y'all gonna do for food now. The other thing I want to add is that to all you publicists out there that want to be famous, and I'm not talking about the successful ones that built brands that are recognized for being publicists. I'm talking about the publicists that want to be famous. Don't hit me when that fame hits you in the wrong way, because I have a job to do, just like you have a job to do. Ain't that what some of y'all tell me? Oh, I'm just doing my job. Well, I'm just doing my job. And when your name come across my desk, and sometimes it may be a virtual desk, I'm going to do the Lord's work every time. And please don't call me or text me about this message, because I don't even want to talk to nobody right now. I am in peace. Y'all have been talking about Diddy for so long that you have literally torn at the fabric of my spirit. I don't want nobody to talk to me about baby oil, lubricant, planes, fly. I don't want to talk about take that, don't stop, won't stop. I don't want to hear none of it. I don't want to hear no music from anybody related to anybody. Leave me alone. I can't. Anyway, that's all.
Now, I will say this. Jason Lee always appears to be very self-serving and very selfish. It's always like when it affects him, that's when he speaks out about it. But I will say in this case, even though he's biased as hell, he does have a point with a lot of this stuff regarding Diddy. So let's give him credit for something. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section.